Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Okay, so we'll just advertise this here a little bit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Okay. All right. Good morning there, Madhusudan, and whoever else. Okay, let's get going here.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay. Oops. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, let's see. Let's start out. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. All right, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, baby. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. All right, Krishna. Hey. And a ball like bees. Krishna, thank you. Krishna, Radha. Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. I'm going to do this song one more time. I like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Krishna, Gauranga. Let's see, what else we got here? This one. Yes. Ah. Hey, Lance, welcome. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Woo. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaura Bhakta Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. All right, no more chanting here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. We'll circle back to that. It's unbelievable. My God. Thank you, Prabhupada.
Thanks for using.
30, was it 40? 1980, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020. 41 years chanting on and off, but mostly on. Yeah, well, not all on. I took some years off. It's fantastic. I can't believe it's worth waiting for. So if anybody's kind of new and wondering when you're chanting, if you're kind of looking at this and wondering, well, when is it going to be? Well, it'll happen. It just matures, and it'll happen faster because of this association. I didn't have this association, so a lot of ecstatic chanters here. So it'll increase everybody's ecstasy. Will increase more and more, and you just practice. Kama Sadhu Sangha regularly. Yeah. It's I was reading in Bhagavatam and it was talking about penance, how that's the Lord's heart is penance, penance, and usually penance used to be really hard to actually make transcendental spiritual progress. Very hard. You got to do austerities, go to the forest, do a lot of renunciations and stuff. That was really, it was hard. It's very hard to attain the transcendental mercy of the Lord. Um, but sometimes, Jesus came and Lord Chaitanya came, and the disciplic line is here, and it's made things a lot easier. So now the penance is chanting the names of God. So, and to get the result of satisfying the Lord, which is this ecstatic happiness. This is God's happiness. It's unbelievable. It's like, it's so amazing. I feel so blessed, and I just, and anybody coming here, it's not like if you just coming here and seeing this, participating in this, and you'll feel it yourself. Advancement happens simply by association. Um, yeah, and if you're going through, because it's so intense and so much actually spiritual potency here, it's going to put you through stuff. So as far as like purification, maybe your mind just a lot of dirt comes out, and so don't worry about it. If you're going through phases like that, because you may feel like really uplifted sometimes and then like down in the dumps, but that's purification. It's just comes with the territory, and it gets better and less. I mean, we all go through it. Yeah, so just hang in there, and yeah, and it's fantastic. It's amazing, the whole thing. Talk to the devotees. So we have a Vaishnava community here. Many of them are experienced Vaishnavas now. They've been around 4 years or so, some more. Yeah, and make friends. And yeah, it's a devotional community now. And yeah. Okay, so Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda. So we'll read a little from 10th Canto here. Let's see. Swallowing the forest fire. Let's check this out. Shukadev Goswami said, this is, oh, by the way, chapter 19 in 10th Canto. Shukadev Goswami said, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Vedavyas. Okay. Shukadev Goswami said, while the cowherd boys were completely absorbed in playing, their cows wandered far away. They hungered for more grass, and with no one to watch them, they entered the dense forest. Shukadev Goswami said, while the cowherd boys were completely absorbed in playing, their cows wandered far away. Their cows wandered far away. They hungered for more grass, and with no one to watch them, they entered a dense forest. Passing from the part of the great forest from one part of the great forest to another, the goats, cows, and buffalo eventually entered an area overgrown with sharp canes. The heat of the nearby forest fire made them thirsty, and they cried out in distress. Uh, Not seeing the cows before them, Krishna and Ram and the cowherd friends suddenly felt repentant for having neglected them. The boys searched all around, but could not discover where they had gone. So, a lot of these are metaphors too. It happened, but also there's always these, like what's really going on, inside, because so the cowherd boys and Krishna, they were playing together, very absorbed, and the cows, They just kind of wandered off. The cows are like disciples. They need to be cared for. They need to be fed and nurtured and all this. See? So there, this absorption in playing. This very anybody who starts chanting and you start to feel this this Krishna coming really close, and you get so absorbed in that. In that it's like now you're playing with Krishna. Literally, there's a rasa dance, a dance between the mixing of our soul with God. With Krishna. It's just, yeah, it's very absorbing. You get like really absorbed in that. You start neglecting other things, anything. So this was a pastime. Yeah. So the cows wandered off. So and now a blazing forest fire is kind of next to them. It's amazing. When you start to be raised into the ecstatic stage, you start to see these amazing things. You start to see that these are all codes. They relate. So the cowherd boys, there's blazing fire, burning next to them. That's like the blazing fire of material existence. So it was close. It was hot. See, very hot fire. And so they start crying out in distress. In other words, they look towards Krishna again. See, so Krishna, they get absorbed in Krishna, and Krishna protects. So this is the idea. The devotees always looking towards Krishna for protection and for everything. Because, this relationship is everything to a devotee. It's all they need. That's why devotees and Krishna, they just play together in that way. And then everything works out. Everything goes on automatically. The Lord wants to give this to everybody. Wants everybody to awaken their relationship with the Lord, become absorbed in that. And then everything you'll see, your life becomes, Maya takes the gloves off. She doesn't, harass you. So there's no need. See, no need. She's a teacher in that sense. She teaches you to let go of her. She's not a good. The shadow of God is not a good place to find rest. The rest isn't. This is why when you start chanting in ecstasy, you start to feel the name is God, literally. And then you find, oh, this is the shelter. This is my penance. What an easy, I'm thinking, I'm chanting here. What an easy, wonderful way to satisfy God. This is, why, I start to come to see that, Lord Krishna is so merciful to give us an easy way to attain him. Lord Chaitanya said this too. There's no other feasible way to attain Krishna other than chanting his holy names. I mean, it's so feasible, it's so accessible, so easy in many ways. And you get taste by being in association of those who are, they have taste. It just is infectious. It's amazing. This is a glorious path. Um, yeah, by association with devotees who have taste like this is the best protection. Yeah, hot topic. Yeah, it's a hot topic. My dirt mostly comes out of my mouth. Yeah. Also, these are the bowels too. Either dirt can come out of there, and it does usually comes out. You have to be exercised first. A lot of dirt comes out this way. And then the holy name starts coming. See, the holiness, you can see, that the name becomes transformed into holiness because other people, dirt comes out of people's mouths. They're talking about the world. That's all dirt. See, dirt. Worldly talk is dirt, right? Talk about the world. Dirt. World. So dirt comes out of the mouth. See, but devotees, they speak of glories of Krishna, glories of absolute truth. See, that comes out of their mouth, comes out from their heart, comes out of their mouth, the glories of the absolute truth. See? So that's the transcendental raising of the consciousness. You got to hear from devotees like this. They're sanctified by this chanting and ecstasy. Yeah. So instead of worldly dirt or talk coming out of their mouth, talk about the absolute truth. Talk about Krishna, the glories of the absolute truth. See, that raises the consciousness. It purifies the dirt in others. See? Like Jesus said, you are clean by the word I spoke to you. See, he spoke because his heart was cleansed. Blessed are the purified in heart; they shall see God. See, purified in the heart means you're chanting in ecstasy. See, so you see God in the name. Even here in the material world, because we got physical body, the spirit is kind of covered by we have physical looking externally here, got a body, but you can see God in His name, see, unconsciously. In your mind, in your heart, you can feel God's transcendental presence. It's a glorious path. It's amazing. Yeah, yeah. And so anyway, you need, be around people where dirt doesn't come out of their mouth. Actually, the names of God and upliftment by their word, their transcendental sound vibration. Yeah. Okay. So passing from one part of the forest to another, the goats, cows, and buffalo eventually entered an overgrown with sharp area with sharp, overgrown with sharp canes. The heat of the nearby forest fire made them thirsty, and they cried out in distress. See, so those are like devotees that are disciples. See, they may not be so advanced. They wander away from the old. See, Big Brother, the cowherd boys were the big brother to the cows. Like Jesus called my sheep. The sheep are those who want to go back to the spiritual world. They go and they hear the voice of the shepherd. See, like this. So that's in the form of the cows. So they wandered away, you know, close to the world where the forest fire is. See, and they cried out in distress. See, because it's got high. So they started to get burned. They're crying out distress. Oh, save me, save me. Ever do that? Ever cry out to the Lord? Ever wander away sometimes. Oh, save me, save me. Yeah, see, so, if God wants that, everybody learns to know Him. Why then are there so little devotees? Doesn't that make the path very exclusive? Yeah, it does. It makes the path very exclusive because the Lord sends His devotees in this world. They're rare. You're rarely seen. And the thing is, even if there were so many devotees, say there were, I mean, real devotees. I mean, ones who are like Vishnu do this, from the spiritual world. If there were so many devotees, still people would have to recognize them. That's the thing. And there may be devotees around that are actually advanced devotees that are actually in their eternal relationship with God, but who would recognize them? Yeah. So, yeah, it makes the path very exclusive in that sense. But you see, this is the difference that we teach them, the difference between what Christians teach. See, they say, no, Jesus is the only way to the Supreme Lord, right? He's the only way. He's the only conduit through that. See, so it makes very exclusive. And so that's a kind of a half truth. It's true, he is, with an explanation. We got to look as what are the principles of that door to the spiritual world. See, so that's what we explain here is, well, yeah, Jesus is a way. And actually, more clearly, more sedantically clear is um, um, it's great you believe in Jesus, and maybe you'll have a spiritual experience, but usually the way it works is it comes in disciplic line. It comes in with you get faith in Jesus. I mean, real faith in the real Jesus I mean, the real Jesus is a holy Jesus, one who is whole. That means he has a spirit. See? So you get that understanding through an awakened Christian if you're in that line. See, awakened Christian is they have the Holy Spirit. So then you can believe in the real Jesus. Otherwise, you don't really know Jesus. You may know him by name, but you don't know him by spirit. See, you don't know his spirit is the Holy Spirit. It's a Holy Spirit of devotion. It made, it's the bridge to intimacy with God. He had that and he transferred that to his early disciples and they transferred it to others. Then you could say, I know Jesus. Oh, well, you don't really know Jesus. And that's why many Christians are against those who have the Holy Spirit. And those who have the Holy Spirit, many of them can use some shiksha if they were open to it, but a lot of them are, most of them aren't. Yeah. Okay, so it is exclusive. It's exclusive to those because the Lord sends his representatives. We have our line here, the Gaudiya Vaishnava line too. I'm connected in a sense to both lines because I, had my awakening with Jesus, my initiations, and I also have my awakenings with this line. It's beautiful. Lord Chaitanya, I found from my own experience and my own analysis and my own devotional awakening that he's the latest incarnation. We should take note, learn from him. You know, the name he propagated is wonderful, fantastic. The very deep name of God. Yeah. So in this line, it's the same principle. You need to go through an awakened devotee they have an intimate relationship with God like Jesus does. Well, we have that in our line too. And they're also more rare because look how many gurus they make in ISKCON. So many, 1,000, maybe more. Do you think they all have love of God? I mean, real ecstatic love of God? I doubt it. You don't see it. Show me some symptoms. If one of these gurus has ecstatic love of God, it'll be known by their symptoms and their activities. In other words, their activities when they chant the holy name, they'll be like Madhavinda Puri, they'll be like Ishvara Puri, ecstatic, crying, laughing, drunk on the name. You know, have all these symptoms we read about in the books. But do they? I've never seen. But maybe I don't know. I don't go sit there and look at every guru all the time, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, I've seen enough to see that it's rare. Okay? So, so it's exclusive in the sense, even in this line, you need to find the devotee who has this special blessing of ecstatic love. And then from that devotee, you can very easily, without a lot of trouble, get this ecstatic connection with God. Otherwise, a lot of troubles because you're trying to go through those who don't have it and it doesn't work. They don't have it. How are you going to get it from them? It comes in the line. So, I mean, that's a pretty simple, clear point. It's like, what do you want? Do you want a relationship with Krishna? Yeah, it's not like, well, let me just attain Vrindavan. You go there, but you got no feeling for it, no relation. There are people who go to Vrindavan now. They got no feeling more much. Maybe they have a little bit, but it's not on the level of ecstasy like the residents of Vrindavan had 5,000 years ago, or Lord Chaitanya had 550 years ago. See? Better to find a devotee who they are Vrindavan. Their relationship with Krishna is Vrindavan. When they chant the holy names, great ecstatic devotion awakens, great intimacy. That's a better place to be than even Vrindavan. Those kind of devotees purify even the holy places. I mean, that's what the scriptures teach. I just repeating. Yeah, that's not an ignorant question at all. That's a great question. Thank you very much. You got to be empowered to ask questions, actually. That's what I found. You know, I asked a question from a guru once who was supposed to be so exalted, and you know what the answer was? That is a wrong question. Can you imagine having a wrong question? Yeah. Anyway, that's what I found. That's why I almost gave up Vaishnav. Well, I did give up Vaishnavism before, because many of the gurus I didn't have, people were thinking, oh, he's so exalted and everything, and you ask a question and I get that kind of reply, and I never even liked the gurus what he would say. I didn't like. I didn't feel good in my heart about his answers. I felt contaminated, actually. And many of them consider many of these gurus exalted. Oh, okay. All right. I've been there, done that. I've done my own analysis, my own experiences. Now I'm preaching like this. And, to me, this is real. This is the real deal here. Yes, you can see here, you can see, I tell you what's in the scriptures, you can check it. This has been more clear than any place I've seen so far. I mean, I've been around. I've been to India so many times, lived there for 3 years once, stayed usually a minimum of 6 months. So empowered, I don't feel like that. Empowered, and well, that's all right. You don't feel like that because you got to get purified. You can't do it on your own. You got to understand it comes by purification. You can't just step up and become guru or something. No, you have to be purified. Yeah, you got to come in the line. You got to be a real disciple first. You got to follow the real disciples here. Real disciples is somebody like Govinda and Lalita, with Lalita Ganga, for example. There are others too. River, you can see everybody trying. Janaki, they're giving their all to this. So you got to learn not how to be empowered guru. How about being an empowered disciple like them? So learn. You can learn like that. You learn from these devotees. Ask them questions. They're the witnesses to show that this works. They're experiencing, many of them, the happiness of chanting God's names, like Lord Chaitanya. There's such great happiness in chanting the holy names, so you have to realize it. And the best chance is to be around ecstatic chanters. Without a lot of trouble, you'll just make quick progress. There you go. Yeah. So work on becoming an empowered disciple by asking the witnesses questions, talking to them, making friends with them, learning from them. Yeah. Don't try to be like an empowered guru. That ain't gonna work. That's like trying to jump. It becomes all very natural, everything. Like they're becoming gurus already, easily, because of they're in their position as a disciple and getting purified and making rapid progress like that. Yeah, anyway, know what? I'm not sure. Oh, empowered by question. That I don't feel. Okay, well, anyway, you are. It's an empowered to make questions. But anyway, whatever I said was also good too. There are actually, that's very relevant too. Okay, anyway, back to the story. All right. Uh, um, hmm. I'm going to go to another chapter here. Let's try something else here. So where's Tom today? How come I got nobody here? I know Lalita Ganga and River went to the hospital. But anybody else? It'd be nice to have a reader or somebody. breathe. Okay. Anyway. All right. It's back to. All right. Chapter 29. Let's read some of this. 10th Canto, Chapter 29. Sri Bhadurani said, Sri Krishna. Oh, we got somebody. Okay, great. There he is. Hey, Tom. Okay. So I'm going to read a little bit first here. Sri Bhadurani said, Sri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, full in all opulences. Yet see in those autumn nights, scented with blossoming jasmine flowers, he turned his mind towards loving affairs. To fulfill his purposes, he employed his internal spiritual potency. See, the loving affairs of Krishna are different than the loving affairs of the world. See, he wants to engage in loving affairs with his exalted devotees. That could, so this time it was the gopis. See, so to do that, the internal potency has to be employed. That's the bhakti. That's the bhakti lata bij. See, so if you want to love God, you have to get this internal potency, and this is passed in the line. By associating a line, you're purified. It does everything. It purifies you, this internal potency. Otherwise, you have no qualification to exchange these relationship mellows with Krishna. How can you? You have the spiritual potency has to be employed to do so. Simple, huh? That's why it's all a big show. If you're Guru Dave and you don't have the spiritual potency and you're not exchanging these mellows with Krishna and you're saying you represent Vrindavan, no, it's a sham. It's not real. The whole point of Krishna consciousness is to be with a devotee who the spiritual potency is employed when they're doing devotional service. They're not just chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna with no feeling. The spiritual potency is this this love, this bhakti, this devotion is the spiritual potency. It has to be employed to exchange these mellows with God. Otherwise, there's no exchange. There's Krishna and you're chanting his name, but no spiritual potency manifests, so it's dry. Even Lord Chaitanya taught this. I mean, I'm teaching postgraduate here. I'm teaching what Lord Chaitanya taught from that platform because it's been ordered. It's been blessed by Krishna and ordered by Prabhupada. Matter of fact, Lord Chaitanya said in Chaitanya Mangal that unless Krishna arises, Krishna arises is the spiritual potency. Unless this bhakti arises, there's no point in doing austerities. Okay? There's no point in renunciations. Are you tired, Tom, or what? What's going on?
Yes, I'm tired. I feel there are a lot of things to purify. Loads of pollution, but it will come out.
It'll come out. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's okay. All right. So it's part of the process. Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya says, unless Krishna arises in the heart. Now, this is a high-level teaching. See, this is topmost teaching, but this is the essence. A lot of people, they're just doing austerities and everything, and they give dry teaching, dry talk, dry chanting, and they say this is the real path. No, 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 no. The real path is Krishna rising in the heart. See? Otherwise, you get no result from dry austerities. It's dry. And you see that. So what's the better path? What's the better idea, conception? Oh, okay. I'm dry. I'm a dry chanter. So let me get that. Where can I get the spiritual potency? Let me associate with devotees who have the spiritual potency. Let me learn from them. They'll point me in the right direction because the Lord gives them the right understanding, real knowledge, because of the way they worship. The spiritual potency is employed in their worship. Now that's Guru. That's an associate of Lord Chaitanya in our line. If you're not like that, or your Guru is not like that, and this is the place that is happening, where that spiritual potency is employed, that's where the world should be. Because then you'll become otherworldly. You become purified, otherwise not. You're it's like you're gonna have a lot of troubles. You're gonna take another birth because your guru ain't delivered and you're not delivered. You're not, the spiritual potency is not in you yet. It's not awakened. So the most intelligent thing you can do in this lifetime is to find a guru where that spiritual potency is being employed in their worship. And so they have loving affairs with Krishna that you can actually see. Even if you're not feeling it right away, you see this person has this spiritual potency and they're exchanging a relationship with God, and by learning from them, being in their association, that will be for me also. Even it may take some time, some purification, but the dirt has to come out. See, it's in there anyway. It's blocking you from that relationship with God. So the first thing that happens, a lot of the dirt has to come out. And the Lord gives you glimpses and all that stuff. Great. Keep staying in association with those. It's very powerful from those kind of devotees, the spiritual master. From them, ecstatic prema emanates. Can you see that here happening? You see ecstatic prema emanating? It's very powerful. By their word, ignorance is destroyed. Can you see how that destroys? You can see all these things. You can perceive it. Everything in the scriptures becomes living. You get it. You're like, oh yeah, what am I doing with these gurus who don't have the spiritual potency employed? Why am I wasting my time when this is available? When the real guru can point me directly to Vrindavan, instead of beating around the bush and going this way and that way, try to figure it out. See, so that's how it is. And when you hear these teachings, you're around this emanation, and you get the mercy of Krishna. He sees, he gives you himself in the form of Bhakti Lata Bij. See, you're born of the word of a real guru who has real ecstatic relationship with Krishna. You're born of that word, man. You're born of that emanation. If you want, okay? Then you start worshiping the Lord in that kind of ecstatic relationship, and your bhakti grows more and more and more, and without trouble you attain the kingdom of God. That's what our books are teaching. All of them, even Bhagavad Gita. This is the kind of path available here. No nonsense, no show, no, we'll give you a bunch of rules. We don't have the power to deliver people. Here we got the power to deliver people. The spiritual potency is that power. It's the power of bhakti, man. It delivers you. You feel it go inside you, and then you like Chaitanya Bhagavat. You like to read that book. You like to associate intimately with the Lord. He is that book. That becomes your life and soul. The name becomes your life and soul. You get real life from chanting. What is the real life? Is this ecstatic feeling is life, isn't it? Isn't that what motivates people in the world is feeling? You know, even if you love money, a lot of people, the worldly people, they love money. Gets them out of bed every day because they love money. They want to work for it. For this, you know, for 30 pieces of silver, they want to work for it. Because they love it. Or their children, they love their children, you know. They don't, you know, people don't even, you don't know your child. You don't know your husband or wife. You don't know who they are. You don't know their soul, and all you see is body and material personality. You don't even know who you're with. Your whole friggin' life is all external, superficial relation, and then you die and you both go somewhere else. Who knows where? And do it again and again and again. See? You come here, oh boy, you're going to get purified, man, these coverings. Yeah. You're going to know who you are, your soul in relationship with God. You're going to love God. There's nothing greater than that. It is fantastic to love that Lord, exchange loving affairs, you know, turn your mind to loving affairs. Oh boy, I love, so attractive, so amazing. See? That's 10th canto. See, you're learning 10th canto here. These are confidential teachings. You think you learn that from any of these gurus? They can't even teach this stuff in their dreams. Why? Because the spiritual potency is not employed in them. They got to come to that rare place, that exclusive place. See, it's exclusive in that way, like that devotee said. It sounds exclusive. It should be everywhere. No, you know, it's so confidential. And most people are worldly. This is a prison. We're in prison. You got to find a free person coming into this prison of the material world. They're free in Krishna, in Radha. They're in them. See, they're in Radha and Krishna, and Radha and Krishna are in them. They ain't not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You know, you're in Krishna, right? But is he in you? Would you see any visible signs of Radha and Krishna being in you? Well, if there are, you're going to see a devotee in ecstasy when they chant there. But you see, when you chant Krishna's name, you're in Krishna. Like Bhagavad Gita, we're all in Radha and Krishna. But are they in us? Well, yeah, but no. Yes and no. They are dormant, not awakened. But if you want them awakened, be around the devotees in whom they are awakened. You can see, well, you look at those devotees. Wow, look at this. You know, we're all in Krishna. We're not aware of it. We're like in the Bhagavad Gita verse. But look at this devotee. He's, you know, one of these rare persons. He's in Krishna, but Krishna's on Radha and Krishna's also in them. We can see the symptoms. Boy, it's not just, see, the body's a temple. It's not just an empty temple. There's something filling that temple. And boy, does it look good. And it is good. Right? That's my testimony. It's fantastic to have Radha in there. You know, to be able to understand and relish Krishna's amazing grace.
The picture is frozen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. No sound. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Oh God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take your time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, everybody. We're back. Does that morning thing. Yeah. So how's it going, Tom? Give us a word here.
I really need your eyes. Your eyes. I need to realize to get on. Get on. There are so many pollution coming in now. There's an echo. Sorry.
The forest fire. You feel the heat from the forest fire?
There's a lot of information coming from the mundane world, and it takes a lot of energy to separate the crap from the real substance.
Yeah. Well, practically all of it is crap of the Maya, because the thing is, people are only seeing superficial level, at various levels of this issue, but it's basically all illusion. It's all Maya. See, the real thing to really meditate is the Bhagavatam perspective. See, Bhagavatam perspective on all this is the pastime of the Lord. This whole thing. See, then you can relax. I mean, this is what I get too, because it's like, oh, this is the pastime of the Lord. The whole thing, the good and evil fight now. The evil is empowered now with the technology. This is all going on by the will of the Lord. See, so you got to see, where is my place in all of this? See, that's what I'm just speaking my own. I have to figure it out myself. So the Bhagavatam helps me. See, this is our eyes. See, the conclusive truth is, so a lot of people, they don't have this knowledge. See, they don't have this information, so they get caught up in this fight. Oh yeah, let's fight this, and they're fighting each other. And so the demons, they want control, right? They're control over everything. See, and they want to control you and everything. And these people, they're like, we don't want you to control us, right? Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yes, they also want you to get engaged. They want them. They want you to come in their flow, to work for them. And that's
which
that's
one? Which side?
energy.
Which side?
It's very
which side?
polluting.
No,
and I cannot do this distinguishing by myself.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Well, which side wants you to work for them? The demons or the demigods?
I feel so mixed up that they are together, demigod and they are both in people. There are a lot of people. They are both possessed by demigods and demons.
Yeah. So, see, they both want converts. They need power from. They're like that. Even the demigods, they need you as a battery to help them win. And the demons also need you as a battery to help them win. They need energy from you. See, but they don't know this path. See, so this here, Krishna takes care of it because they're engaged, and that's fine. They're engaged because they're really into it. You know what I mean? They're really into identifying either as a demon fighting for control and money and all that stuff, right? Or they're engaged in saying, "Hey, man, I want to be free. I want to be a free person. Don't keep your hands off of me and my freedom." So, and they'll fight for it. Okay, so they're like this right now. Okay, war between good and evil. The good people against the evil, and evil, yeah. So, and then there are people kind of on the fence. See? So you don't, the thing is, you're in another path actually by coming here.
Yes.
Go ahead.
When I open my
When I open my
antenna to the mundane things, it's all over the place.
it's
So
all over the
this
place.
path is very narrow.
It's very narrow.
It's very lonely
It's
now
very lonely now
to focus on
to
this
focus on this
eye of the needle.
eye of the needle.
What? This is lonely here, this path?
I also feel,
I also feel,
if I'm in your
if I'm
presence,
in your presence,
then it's okay.
then it's
But
okay.
even if I take a
If I take a
if I look to other things,
if I look to
pollution
other
comes
things,
very fast.
pollution comes very fast.
Comes very fast. Yeah. So you gotta, yeah, that's like I just read the pastime, the cows wander off and then they get close to the fire and start burning and then they cry out. See? So you just keep coming to Sadhu Sangha and you get purified. You get the Bhagavatam perspective. You need that. Otherwise, you go in by their perspectives. The demons are out there confusing everything. They're lying, they're cheating, deceiving. You don't know what the frig is true, right? They're just lying to you and all making, on the images and playing with them on the computer. They're doing all kinds of crazy things, MK Ultras. And so anyway, that's going on. And there are people trying to fight it, and all that. But we got this going on, right? You got here messages here. See, what is more clear? What is more real? See, what is more fulfilling? See, what is, see, so what is actually more easy? Do you feel like you want to use all your energy to fight them, or do you want to be part of the demons and take, do their thing, take the shot and all that stuff and whatever else they want you to do? Go ahead.
Yeah, they are now
they are now
all building their own armies, and they want to find soldiers.
They want to find, both sides are looking for soldiers. So that's that path, good and evil. Their strength comes from others. Just now, strength comes from others. They got very little strength. See, I'm teaching here, or we're teaching here. My Lord and Gohari as just like the fulcrum, just coming out here. We're teaching getting strength from direct. Showing, hey man, Radha and Krishna is strong, man, strong energy. Fight can go on and everything. And if the Lord will resolve it by because they're acting according to their inspiration, both sides. They're very committed and all that. Well, hey man, get committed here and you'll see it'll be easier. The Lord came to give the easier way. Oh yeah, don't let him take care of it for us, whether it, the fight goes on or whatever. But if you get, you take a side there, then you're going to become a battery for these people. I mean, if you want to do that, great. Then you say, well, my energy comes from, who is it? One of these guys, whoever side you take, say you take, who's that guy? David Icke. Oh, my energy comes, he's the leader, and I'm going to be his battery, okay, fine. See, here I'm teaching you come here, we'll teach you how to connect to your source you're already connected to. You just got to get rid of this garbage here. Get it sorted all out, get it out and get really clear on that and get your energy, get your life from Radha and Krishna, from Lord Chaitanya. Okay? Get your life there. And the more you do that, the more you get realization like, wow, this is it, man. And I don't want to be a battery for either side. Or I don't want to be a leader, the charge for, the demon, go overcome the demon. I don't want to do that. It's not my desire. My desire is to take my time, use my time to go deeper in my relationship with the Lord, whatever's left. And all this is his, he'll do what he does. I don't want to spend, it's just, similar with the Vaidhi path. The sages said to Sutta Goswami, we don't want to spend all our time trying to be perfect in rules. Give us an easier way to attain God. Okay? So that's what we're doing here, because everything is about attaining God. Even though the demons don't know it, they think attaining God is attaining complete control over the world and all the money. That means they've attained their God. Okay? And the others are looking for God as freedom from that, to do their egotistical things in the world and to be happy with their husbands and wives, and it's like in the demigod realm, they want to be happy with their husbands and wives, and they also have control in their followers. They also have followers. Follow the David Icke. See? So the greatest path and the ultimate happiness is what we're teaching here. So whoever's attracted, you can get this. You can get this kind of relationship, this energy, this life that comes from Radha Krishna. You'll see it's a great, what am I here doing? Demonstrating, teaching. How glorious it is, how much deep happiness there is in this relationship with Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. And they'll take care of whatever needs to be taken care of, effortlessly. That's what a devotee is here to do. That's what Lord Chaitanya did. He showed, just by this relationship, everything is wonderful. Everything works out nicely. Now you're in this pastime and you help others who want relief from that battle out there. It's very hot. It's a forest fire. Both sides, more or less illusion. Okay, the bad people, they got big karma. That's why I don't have to go out there and try to overcome that. They are subject to their activities. Their actions are going to bear fruit. You murder people, you're going to be murdered. You give people a hard time, you're going to get a hard time. I don't have to do that. The Lord, it's his job, man. I don't need to give out the results to punish them. The Lord, will punish and reward everybody. Same thing with the demigods. I let the Lord do his thing. This is the problem with the demons. The demons, they want to take control of that. They want to control the weather. Just like the demigods, they have their thing. They want to control the weather, and they do. Control. It's all about control, isn't it? See, devotee is different. Devotee is different. They're carefree like the Lord. The Lord has his servants and representatives, both demons and demigods and asuras, and this, all doing their jobs. You want to engage in that? You come here. We have a job also. We have our thing is to free people, set them free. Whoever ready for freedom. You want to go back to the spiritual world? You want to be in the spiritual world here? Whether, and then it's like, hey man, you're free, man. You can be here, you can be in any material universe, you can go to the spiritual universe, you have full freedom. You want it like that? You want the happiness of God? You want to know what Krishna and Vrindavan is feeling? No, that's what we teach here. You can see that kind of mood developing here in the devotees. Oh, you want Krishna to be the controller and let him do all that? It's so hard to control and to manipulate and all that stuff. Who the heck? I don't want that. I enjoy being carefree like my Lord in Vrindavan. Radha and Krishna are very carefree, just loving each other, loving exchanges, and everything goes on so nicely. It's just more and more affairs, loving affairs. Could you imagine living a life of love? I've seen people trying to get this artificially. One guy, Ken Kesey, was trying to do this artificially, or in another way, wouldn't ever work, called living love. living love, living love, living love. The guy also had this controlling streak, couldn't get over it. This path works. So what is this? Gudrun says karma is. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I really feel I have to focus my bhakti now. It's time to focus my bhakti. I can only serve one Lord. There's too much pollution coming in.
Yeah.
Can we do something about the echo? I have a big echo.
Oh, well, then then I have to just, the best thing is get a good set of headphones, man. Get a good set of headphones with the boom mic. Ooh, you know what I found? Oh, I forgot to put my microphone up. That's probably the problem.
Yes, I guess.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah. Let me get my mic. I completely forgot to, because I have a really good mic and I didn't use it. Okay, I'm going to set my mic up here. Hey, play your guitar for a few minutes. I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, there's still echo.
Okay.
Here, I'll just mute my mic here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, wow, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare test sound.
Test sound.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm. I wanna.
Yes.
Yeah, but I wanna change some.
Yeah.
Change these.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
There's echo now.
There's echo now.
Yeah.
I
Just a
know.
second. Just a
Yeah,
second.
I know.
I have to speak because
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
for testing.
Okay. All right. See if there's echo now.
Okay. There's no echo now. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm using the microphone now. The other one. It's probably better sound too. Yeah. Okay. Is it better sound now too? Better.
The sound is more weak. It helped a lot with when you use the small headphone with the small mic.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it now.
Okay.
All right. It's more weak. I'll just try and turn it up here. Let's see. How can I do that?
When you're closer to the phone, it works well.
Okay, just a second here. Okay, is it better now?
It's okay. It's enough.
It's enough. Okay.
I feel when the phone is close, it's very good.
Okay, when it's close. Like when it's close like this?
Exactly.
Oh boy. How do I do that? Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, anyway. All right. I'll just put it as close as possible. Hare Krishna. All right. Sound is lower. Sound is lower. It's loud enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like people are fighting for their freedom now, right? And some people are fighting for control. Fight for your spiritual freedom. That's what we're doing here. See, we're fighting for the freedom of the soul. They're fighting for the freedom of their body and their mind. So this fight is really the most important one. And that's the work here, is to fight for your soul's awakening. Otherwise, this has been going on, the fighting for the body freedom, that people want to be freed mentally, but we're spiritual beings. See, so anyway, that's our work here. That's the this is why Lord Chaitanya, he knew the needs of man are spiritual, and he stuck with that, and that's the work here too. This spiritual work. Okay, now, all right. So the moon then arose, anointing the face of the eastern horizon with reddish hue of comforting rays, thus dispelling the pain of all who watched him rise. It was like a beloved husband who returns after a long absence. You know what? Let's chant a little bit here again. Time to chant. Okay, we had a little bit of discussion stuff here. Let's do this. Hare Krishna.
Bluetooth connected.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Don't you feel to chant at all there, Tom? Does it work for you to chant?
Yes, I internally I'm chanting with you.
It doesn't work by chanting yourself?
Yeah, I can do. Do you want me to
Well, I
do it?
mean, I like to see what works best for you. I mean,
Okay, thank you. Wow.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, is this chanting, do you get some taste? See, usually, like I
Okay.
like to chant, I mean, really chant, and then I get the taste of the sound vibration. But I like to know what works. Maybe the other thing works for you. Fine, try both things and see what works best, where you're getting the taste for the chanting. Okay, and let me know. I don't know. We just gotta, you gotta
Okay.
experiment.
I got the point. Thank you. Thank
Good.
you very much.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh yeah, mute your mic though. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Let's try chanting even without this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I feel now what really will help me if you help me from the start to find that hole of the needle to focus and make the connection to Guru. So I need this very starting point, and not be I have to find
the starting point.
If you can help me to find the starting point. Yes,
starting point. Okay, let's see here. How can we find the starting point?
This is about this focus. Like my name is Bhakta Tom, but the Bhakta goes all over the place. I have to focus this Bhakta.
Yeah, right. Okay, you're gonna read chapter 1 on the spiritual masters here. Okay, get your book out. Get Chaitanya Charitamrita. Database is okay. Got your book out?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, chapter 1, Adi Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita, verse 31. Start from there.
Without the invocation, I really feel to say from my heart. I need.
Say the invocation. Say an invocation.
Please, Shri Gaura Das, open my real eyes. That's what I feel.
No problem.
so that I can read with the real eyes and the real connection.
Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. I offer my respectful obeisances. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, His plenary portions, His energies, and the primeval Lord Himself, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, His plenary portions, His energies, and the primeval Lord Himself, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Shri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as a supersoul is but his localized plenary portion. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as a supersoul is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with 6 opulences. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with 6 opulences. He is the absolute truth. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. And no other truth is greater than or equal to him. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Satyadevi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chambers of your heart and mine heart also. It says your heart. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Satyadevi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. Oh my God. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love, the most sublime.
So that's really the point, isn't it? The Lord has come here to give that. Where is that now? Otherwise, what are you doing worshiping Krishna? What's the point? You think it's all about something superficial, external? No, this is who has the greed, conjugal worship. That's what you see here every day. Very intimate worship of the Lord. The Lord came here to demonstrate that show. This is how you get it. He tasted this before the world, and people got it like that. That's how you're going to get it now. Otherwise, you don't know what it is. People don't know what is the goal of Krishna consciousness. Oh, is to get this conjugal gopi bhav, this devotion to Krishna, or one of the 4 rasas, whatever it is. It's all perfect if that's your relationship. You can get all of that. A gopi here, guru, can handle anyone, any devotee in any ras, because all rasas are in that. Sometimes the gopis serve the Lord in even awe and reverence. Sometimes they serve Krishna in like a maintainer. Sometimes they serve as an intimate confidante and friend. See, sometimes different thing, and sometimes Krishna reverses everything and serves them like that. See, so the Lord, this has never been offered to the world before. Well, before maybe 4,320,000,000 years ago. So this is our line here. Now it's being offered again. You come into this line. Look, we already have people worshiping very intimately Krishna, in the mood of Radha, in the mood of the gopi. It's pretty rare. Pretty amazing. Go ahead.
The most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
See, isn't that amazing? The Lord's, these relationships with God are a manifestation of his internal, and I like this word, pleasure-giving potency. See, there's pleasure there. See, and it's not worldly pleasure. It's higher, deeper, more profound, more pure, see, than the pleasure of the world. The world's pleasure is superficial. That's why devotees might enjoy food or anything in the world, but they know it's superficial to the pleasure of the soul, their soul with God. See, with Krishna, the intimate exchanges of play. They're very pleasurable. So people need to find the association of devotees that the pleasure potency, the transcendental pleasure potency of God is awakened in them. See, so you can have it awakened in you. So you can also have this. See, win-win. The devotees already won. See, now you can win also by being in their association, by learning from them. See? But somebody that doesn't, the pleasure potency, the internal pleasure potency of Krishna is not in them. Radha is not in them, awakened. Cannot give it to others, cannot awaken it. How can that be? It's not even logical. See, so here, what is it about here? What is the basic thing here? What is the point? Is to have that pleasure potency, that kind of way of worship in you. So that you can also enjoy the happiness, the protection, the inspiration, the purification of the protection, everything, the intelligence that comes from that, the understanding. What else more do you need? I mean, that's why devotees satisfied doing devotional service. That's why the Lord ultimately uses them as guru, because he needs people like that can give him to others also, give Radha to others, devotion to others. See, so that they can also have this happiness. He wants everybody to have this in Kali Yuga. See? So, yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I feel this vision that of wanting to catch the transcendental with a material net. We want to wrap around this material net to grasp the transcendental, but this is not the method. It will never work.
Yeah.
We need another method.
Yeah, people trying to do that. They think by their following rules and regulations, and still having the external potency motivating them, that they're going to capture the spirit of God. No. Eventually you have to realize, this has got its deficiency. Its fault is that. See, okay, so let me move on. How do you move on? You got to do what Lord Chaitanya said. Ramananda Roy, okay, you want to tell me I can attain perfection by Varnashram Dharma and all that? That's external bhakti. Give me another message. What is the deeper method and message? Quicker, so I can attain the Lord quicker. See, so we're on that level. We're giving the quicker way. People still, no, we're going to work our way to the kingdom of God. But you see, even Lord Chaitanya said, give me a quicker way. And that is by hearing these confidential truths. See? Like he did. See? So, this is, if you want to attain the Lord quickly without troubles, come here, because that's our work. If you want the long way and you're still infatuated with rules, regulative worship, and mandates and all that stuff, well, there are gurus out there who'll teach you that way. That's the longer way. But this is for people who are ready for this. They realize, I don't want to spend more time doing that. I'm ready for the so it's the confidential message is coming now to people. So why not? If you have sufficient intelligence, why wouldn't you take advantage of this? We're revealing everything now. See, revealing, revelation, showing, demonstrating. So why not take the quick path? Otherwise, go ahead. What?
I feel that this long way, it never bring you to the transcendental. It only keeps you in the wheel of samsara, in the wheel of rebirth, die and rebirth. It will never get you to the transcendental.
Well, it's like Jesus said, everything that you've done in religion is leading you to him, leading you to the devotee. Everything they're doing. That's why Lord Chaitanya taught it. He taught the Vaidhi Bhakti also a little bit. And then Prabhupada taught Vaidhi Bhakti. So because you develop experience, and you get purified by going on pilgrimages. See, you follow the scriptures, go on pilgrimage, you get some purification chanting, but gradually you'll see, there's a deficiency in here. And then it leads you ultimately to accepting the devotee, because you're studying the scriptures, hopefully, and you're trying to learn. And when the Lord sees your desire is really strong, and you realize that this is not enough, then the devotee appears, like it did with Vedavyas, and tells, okay, here's the more confidential truths. Preach that.
I now feel my position is that I see everywhere around me, that is not enough, that is not enough, that is not enough. And it's overwhelming. It's too much information about paths that are not working, methods that are not conclusive.
Yeah, and that's why spend all your time looking at all that stuff? And all it does is confuse you and make you, like, you just pick up a lot of mind stuff you don't need. You can relax, just relax in devotional service. Go ahead.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency.
Thanks for using.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This pointing makes me feel at ease to focus here on the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna. They are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Then I can breathe.
Yeah.
Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental entities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Okay. What verse are you on now?
5.
Okay, so okay, I see. Okay, yeah, 5. Okay, very good. Go ahead.
Now these two transcendental entities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself.
Yeah, read the whole verse again.
The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now, these two transcendental entities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Yeah, and so that's important to note. So they're one in their identity. See, like Radha and Krishna, they're together. They united again. See, they united again. They separated for pastimes, so that Radha could drink Krishna and Krishna could drink the happiness of relating. See, relating to Radha. They separated. So they united again in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So what is going on? You have inside one body, Lord Chaitanya, right? You have the potency of Radharani, see? And also the realization of Krishna. See, so, and it's again, they're together in one body, but also there's some separation for pastime. So that way the Lord can chant the holy name and experiencing the pleasure-giving potency. By chanting. The name is in the sound vibration, it's in the word. See? So he could taste that because of the pleasure-giving potency of Radharani inside. See? So that gives pleasure to the name, to the chanting. And until devotees have that awakened, you're not complete. It's like you're going around, you can't realize Krishna because you don't have this pleasure-giving potency. You can't understand Krishna really because the pleasure potency hasn't awakened. See, that's why you have to go and associate with awakened devotees who have the pleasure potency activated in them. And just by that association, it becomes activated in you. See, the devotee, see Lord Chaitanya, when he met the devotees in Puri, they came to see him. And he said, you take so much trouble, you come to see me, and you have love for me. See, they have that love, that potency. You have love for me. Therefore, I give you my transcendental body. See, the body. So the transcendental body is the ability to love God. Okay, that I've given you that. Now you can sell it anywhere you want. See, anywhere in the world. You put the price on it. So that's the power of the devotees, is they can give the transcendental body of the Lord to others. See, so there's twofold. There's the potency so you can realize the body of the Lord. And then you just open your mouth and chant Krishna's name. And because part of the body of the Lord is the Ananda, right? Satchidananda. Okay, part of the body is Ananda. And that helps you realize, or enables you to realize, the chit, the word, the understanding, the conception. You can relish it. Otherwise, you don't understand it without the Ananda. See, that's the full body of the Lord. See, full body is Radha and Krishna. See, the Radha is the devotion. See, and Krishna is the word, is the name, is the sound vibration, the conception. See, that's why devotees, what are they doing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's God. Is the name Krishna? It's him. And they realize that because of what? Nanda. It just, the love awakens for that name. There you go. That's completion. That's Gurudev. That's an associate of the Lord. That's the association you need to also awaken that transcendental potency inside you, so you can follow the path of worshiping the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy, and everything is done. First of all, you're done here, really. The only thing is you're here to do is to relish that name and to liberate others, to bring them also into the fold, whoever is looking for this. Like the Lord, whoever is needed, is looking for this kind of relationship, because in truth, that's what Krishna consciousness is about, is to develop this relationship where you can chant God's name and the devotional pleasure-giving potency awakens in your heart and you feel pleasure doing that. Otherwise, you're just, well, it's quite a discipline, man. I just got to chant my 16 rounds.
I really feel it very clearly now that in this association with mundane things, with superficial things, things that come and go, there's always restlessness. For me too.
Yeah,
There's
for everybody.
So the real, it's always restless and always
restless.
So the only space where there is real, where it's stable, is in this relationship, like you said. I can feel it when I hear to listen to you, and it's maybe no, not maybe. Here in this association, there is also separation and union, but this is not being in this movement with mundane things. There's a restlessness in separation and it's always separation in a kind of sense.
See, you find real rest here because when you listen, when you're listening over there to voices, right? Blah, 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 and you don't find rest, you find restlessness because your mind is always going to be restless in Maya. See, the Lord comes here to show, oh, you want come into my eternal rest. Just hear and chant and remember. Hear from my devotees. Hear their voice, man, because that's where the rest is. Because I find rest here too. I find rest in this own voice here. I listen here to this voice attentively, and not only does my mind find rest, but my heart does. This is what my heart has been looking for. See, is Krishna. See, so you become like a little Lord Chaitanya in that sense, an empowered version. See, so Lord Chaitanya, yeah, he found rest only in the holy name too. So you find rest where he found rest. That's where I find rest where he found rest. That's what we're teaching here. How to find where real rest is. I mean, I remember I was in India and there was a lady teaching rest in awareness. See, they also found out, and actually, who else was teaching? Krishnamurti found he was teaching kind of rest in awareness. The mind finds rest in awareness. And anyway, she was teaching rest in awareness. But that's Mayavadi still. You're still trying to find rest in some kind of awareness. And see, the mind's still not finding real rest. Real rest for our mind and our heart and everything, see, is in Krishna, in God, in some particular form of the Lord, because the form is transcendental. See, your mind and your heart will find complete rest in that. At least mine has. A complete happiness in that, complete everything is in that. See, and when you find the rest, it's when the Lord gives you himself and awakens inside you as a form of devotion. See? Now I can find rest. Now I feel it. Otherwise, I'm not really finding full rest because I'm Hare Krishna, or reading or something, but my heart is not awakening to the devotion, the pleasure-giving potency. That's what you learn here. See, that pleasure potency will become stable in you. You realize, hey, that will not awaken listening to these bullshits, the material stuff. It will not awaken listening to the good, even these good people looking for freedom. It will not awaken in listening to the voices of the demons tricking and their lies and their deceptions. So the real rest is not in either side, but it's in devotees, devotional service, in bhaktas, in their words, in their deeds, in their teachings. See, real rest is there. It awakens our heart. Yes, I want to be there. I want to be with Krishna.
And I feel these pastimes with Lord Chaitanya and Ramananda Rai, he's also this brings me, even this brings me not this rest. It's still superficial. It's still mundane. There are still, so he's doing steps, getting more to the point where the real substance is. Yeah. I think it was Ramananda Rai. He did this pastime with, and in Chaitanya Charitamrita, one chapter.
Yeah, he did steps all the way up to this point that you're getting right here. This point is you hear about Krishna as he is. You hear about the philosophy as it is. See? And in this way, the next stage of spontaneous love of God manifests. That's where the Lord says, oh, that's all right. That's very good. Okay. You know something more. But so we stick here, okay, until you reach the point of ecstatic love of God. You hear about the pastimes of the Lord, the true philosophy. We distinguish it out from the illusion of the good and evil, all that stuff. See, highest truth distinguished from the good and evil path, from the illusion, still, both of it. Distinguished from Vaidhi, still some illusion there. It's not cooked, it's not awakened. See, so distinguish everything. So you get it really clear where you find real rest. Real rest is in the word of the devotees and the word, the names of Krishna. You know that. So anyway, this is high-level teaching stuff.
Yeah, this is bringing the real satisfaction, the real ras, the real conjugal love, mellow
Yeah,
of conjugal
I
love.
mean, look. So if Ramananda Roy is like, say, like Prabhupada. Prabhupada said the best way to attain God is through Varnashram Dharma and rules and regulations or regulative dharma, right? Prabhupada said that. Well, Ramananda Roy said that also. Now, what if Lord Chaitanya said, "Oh, really? Tell me more about Varnashram Dharma. Let's have a discussion." And he would go on and on and see same thing. So the same thing with Prabhupada. He taught, okay, the best way to do it. And everybody says, oh, okay, very good. Let us follow Varnashram Dharma. See? Lord Chaitanya did someday. He said, well, you know, that's external bhakti. I had enough of that. I want more. Tell me something deeper, something more. Okay? Most of the Vaishnavas, they didn't say that to Prabhupada because they were not ready for more. So, you know, so Prabhupada said, okay, follow rules, build temples, do all. They said, yeah, very good. Let's do it. They did, or tried to. See? So now the point is, have you have enough of just external bhakti? Hey, you have enough following gurus who don't have the pleasure potency of Krishna and Radha awakened in them? I had enough yet? No, I want to do more. Okay, well, go ahead and do more. But people are saying, you know, look at Johan. He thought, hey, man, I want more. Janaki wanted more. Lilita wanted more. So we give him more. If you don't want more, stay. A lot of gurus out there. Spiritual potency is not awakened, usually. And they're just teaching rules, regulations, mandates, you must, you should, and lining up their disciples for the shot. Yeah, you want that? Go ahead. You want this? Come here, man. I like just jewels. I like people. I like the best, you know, people who really want Krishna. I don't want to be bothered with people who have all these ulterior motives. Already been there, done that. I've seen them come and Krishna takes them away. He's my doorkeeper. He just boots them out. He knows their heart. It's just like Bali Maharaj. The Lord said, I'm sending you to hell, but I'm going to be your doorkeeper. You think this is any different? We're in a hell. It's hellish now, more or less. Who's the doorkeeper? Krishna. He knows the hearts of everybody. If they're really ulterior, too many ulterior motives, he just kicks them out. You notice? They just go until they learn their lesson. Maya teaches them now.
Really accepting this feels as a huge step. Yes, that it is not relevant if we go left or right in the mundane world. Yeah. It's about a transcendental path, and the superficial, how it looks, if it's right or wrong or bad or good or left or right. It's not really navigating our path to Krishna consciousness. It's not relevant. Some mundane things, they are not relevant. Maybe all of them, they are not relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Go ahead, read some more.
Okay, Hare Krishna. I bow down to him. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Shrimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. I bow down to him. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. The wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. Wow. the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. The Supreme Lord Hari, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachidevi, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachidevi, as the moon appeared from the ocean, as the moon appeared from the ocean.
See, that's what you get when you come and see a devotee. See, what you get here is what Krishna got in Vrindavan, more or less. Okay, well, probably less because he saw Radharani, I mean, directly, and she was there. Okay, but it's the same principle. Krishna sees, wow, look at Radha's love. Look how deep it is. Look at her love for me. See? So he's looking at that. So when you see a devotee loving Krishna in ecstasy and intimacy, you're basically getting the same kind of experience. See? You're also seeing, wow. I mean, if you're attracted, if not, you have some weird stuff going on in your mind. But if you're like Krishna and you're really looking at this and you're thinking, wow, look at that. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. So
It's the same movement. It's the same movement.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. And so that's you see a devotee now. So you need to have this manifest again, and you are here in this Sangha. You're seeing a devotee. Wow, look at the glory of that love. Look at the qualities that devotee, even though you can't experience that yourself, you see, look at the qualities that devotee is, because of the strength of that love, is relishing about Krishna and that name. What do they experience? I don't know. I can't, it's amazing. See, so you're like Krishna now in that sense. You're seeing a devotee in devotional relationship with their Lord Krishna, because that's our line here. And you're thinking, God, what are they understanding? See, this is the way it happens actually. Okay, what else? And then the wonderful the qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. And so alone, because this is the exclusiveness, this is the rarity of it. No, you don't see very many people out there relishing these qualities like that. You don't see a strength of love like that. See, so this is the idea. This is our preaching here, to show and describe and teach how to enter into this rest. This is very restful. You become so restless in rest. In this. Okay, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. See, all of that is rolled into this kind of worship. You can see all of these characteristics if you're really looking and you see a devotee. These things should enter your wonder, like, wow, look at the strength of that love. Oh, look at the qualities in Krishna's name that they're relishing because of the strength. It's actually got some power, some strength. That love is powerful. Look at the qualities. It enables you to relish those transcendental qualities. Otherwise, you can't even understand them. And look at the happiness that devotees experience. Just like, so Krishna's looking at Radharani, you're looking at Lalita Ganga. You're looking at that. Wow, look at the happiness she's feeling. Okay? This is the power of this kind of bhakti.
I really,
you know what? When I can you just I have to, otherwise I lose my train of thought. Just hold it just a minute or two, okay? I'm almost finished. Otherwise I can't, just hold it a little bit. Otherwise I'll lose it, Okay. The Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions. See, so Lord Chaitanya is richly endowed with those emotions. That's why, again, you have to find a devotee richly endowed with those emotions. This is a special grace of our parampara. You have to find that. Where's that richly endowed devotee? That's Guru Dev. That's the kind of guru if you're really intelligent, you're looking for. That's Raganuga Bhakti. You're saying, wow, I want to worship like that. Look at that happiness. Look at the qualities they're relishing by the strength of that love. Appeared from the womb of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Sachi Devi. As the moon appeared from the ocean. See, that's why this is transcendental, man. The devotee, the Lord, is in his spiritual bodies. These personalities are very rare. The only place you're going to learn this. That's why, only if you're the most intelligent, that Krishna gives you the most intelligence, can you understand the value of a devotee worshiping like this, like you see here every day. That shows you. That's why I poo-poo these gurus. Look, they're not sufficiently intelligent. They can't see the glories of this worship. Even in my disciples are becoming worshipers like this. What is this Acharya Dev name? What is that? You can't read. What kind of an Acharya Dev are you? Acharya Dev? Acharya? How come you don't know the glories of Radharani's love, especially when you see it? How come you're not hankering for this love? You certainly don't have it. I haven't seen a drop of it. See? That's why I say, hey, come on, man, I'm into reality. Forget this phony, offensive. Oh, that's so offensive. No, it's phony. I'm tired of phonies. Are you tired of phonies? I don't like phonies. I'm tired of replicas. I'm tired of imitation. I want to see that verse in living color, and I do, even in my disciples. Pretty strong, huh? You see, I'm very passionate about these principles. Poor Bhakti Tom. Yeah, I know. Poor Bhakti Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
This is exactly what I was asking for. The starting point. Samajani took birth. It's coming from here. Yes, here's the birth point of the real substance.
Yeah.
This is really the starting point. This verse. So I'm now thinking I have to cut out this piece, this video, and repeat it again, because this for me is the starting point.
Cut out this, put it under your pillow, and then the tooth fairy will come and give you a present.
Yeah. Okay, I can sit on this egg until it pops out. It pops.
Yeah, we're releasing the full payload here.
I also feel in the word by word that there's always in this verse there's a separation in 4 lines.
Yeah, read it.
And these 4 parts they belong together. There is a sentence, and then there's a pause, and then 4 sentences, and there's also this that there's a message in that there is a pause and some things that stick together. It's like stepping like steps.
Yeah.
So the first part is of Srimati Radharani, the greatness of the love. Of what kind? Or by this one? Yeah, I have to hear from you the steps. That's my point. Yeah, now you're frozen, Hare Krishna. The picture is frozen, not you. Hare Krishna. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Shri Radhaya of Srimati Radharani. Pranaya Mahima, the greatness of love. Kirdrisha, of what kind? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. The wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. The Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachidevi, as the moon appeared from the ocean, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. I can say this sentence over and over again. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Saukyam, the happiness, cha, and asya, her. Mat anubhavta, from realization of my sweetness. Kirdricham, of what kind? Va, or iti, thus. Lobat, from the desire. And the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. The Supreme Lord Hari, the Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachidevi, as the moon appeared from the ocean. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come back, Shlagareras, come back. Please come back. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. I need some communication. I need to start my Facebook to see what's going on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't want to be alone here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. David Beeman. All you have to do to distinguish reality from illusion is put it into the litmus test, or the litmus test. Hari, how do you know God from pirates? Pirates. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, I just wait and chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radhaya, Shri Radhaya, Shri Radhaya. Pranaya Mahima, the greatness of the love. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Shri Radhaya of Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna, Pranaya Mahima, the greatness of the love. desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Too much attention. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Srila Gaur Haridas. Srila Gaur Haridas. Srila Gaur Haridas. Thank you, Srila Gaur Haridas. 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 Jai Srila Gaur Haridas. Hare Krishna. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. The wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Here is some information. Srila Garidas is having trouble with internet. He's working on it. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We are still online, still broadcasting. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, I can sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Shri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima.
Yeah, my internet just went off. Matter of fact, it's still off. I'm just tethering off of Janaki's phone here. Still got 8 people. Oh, that's amazing. 9 people. That's great. Yeah. You know, I think we'll probably end it here for now. Yeah. I could continue, but I'm not going to. I think I'll just end it here. I'm going to walk around a little bit. I need some exercise. Yeah. Okay, Tom. Thank you. You feel a little more centered now?
Yes, it feels I'm in this loop now. This verse is repeating, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. That brings me focus. This is the desire. This is the focus to understand the glory of Radharani's love. Like we are in the Sangha, we also I want to understand the ecstasy that Ladita Ganga is experiencing. Yes, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love. This will continue in my focus. That's what I feel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for all of us. I mean, it helps me too, because I, you got to stay with our work, and not get too caught up in what's going on in the world. But some of it is necessary, I feel, and at least right now, just to know what's going on. It's like this FDA approval thing. The I don't even want to say the word. Isn't that amazing? The censorship just shows you this crazy time. Yeah, that's all bogus too, and they're finding this whole thing is bogus. This big lie. Watch out, when they say this FDA thing, it's not. They're oh my God, just rascals. The whole thing, rascalton. Anyway, it is what it is.
We are living in this dualistic world, so there is contrast. So we can distinguish what I want and what I don't want, what I desire and what I don't desire. This is a dualistic world. We can experience these differences in quality, the differences in the mundane quality and the transcendental quality. So we are in this what's the name? This mixed position.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. I mean, we're bodies are in this world, and our consciousness is in spirit too. So we just do what we do, make progress. It's great, man. It's fantastic. And I love the more understanding coming. Okay, so I'll see you later. I'm gonna get off here and move around and try and get my my internet may be working again, but anyway, we'll go off for a while. Hey, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank all glories to the assembled devotees.